Hello, and welcome to another day, another creation. Today, we're looking at January 6th, 2023. My, oh my, look at this beauty. Wow. A big part of healing and transforming and changing our lives is the journey back to ourselves and who we truly are, and getting rid of who we're told we're meant to be. And that takes some time because it's all around us. Know who you are, and it's okay if you don't know where to start. Just pick something really small. What is something that is so near and dear to your heart, and try to do that every day if you can, or some form of it. When we take these small steps, they lead to big leaps that we can't necessarily see at the time. 0% of me is competing with you, aka we are in competition with no one, because we're all meant to be different and unique. Who we are is our power. Life is to be lived, not regretted. I survived creating worlds in which my soul feels at home. Transformation. Ooh, that is true transformation right there. If we can create our own personal worlds of peace, love, and comfort within ourselves, we'd be unstoppable. Women loving women. This is another really, really big one. Living in a male-dominated world, it's a lot of bullshit is what it is. Because of that, women have been pitted against one another, and it's really sad to see. Women think they're in competition with one another. That's not the case. We're such beautiful beings, and we should love one another and encourage one another and help one another. We should be one with one another. If all the women unite, oh come on, that's where it's at. That's the future. That's what's gonna get us where we need to be, honestly. We're so powerful, creative, and the way our minds work, what we're able to do and accomplish, we don't give ourselves enough credit. We don't give other women enough credit. I think it's time. It's high time. Why not now? Compliment another woman. Show thankfulness to another woman. Encourage another woman. Uplift another woman. The world would be nothing without women, and men know that. That's why they're so shit scared and try to take control and power. Honey, you've had your time now. It is ours. There were 2 creations for today, but it was a really easy choice. This was the one. Use your art to tell a secret. Our art is so expressive, and each of us has a unique expression of art. We can use our art to tell stories of our life, to tell stories of what we know, to tell stories of our knowledge, to share. This is kind of like a big secret. Literally nobody in my life knows. I think like 1 or 2 people kind of know I'm gonna do something, but I'm very, very vague about it because this is a project for me. And it's funny because I don't want anyone to know. That's a big anonymous factor of it. It's also supposed to represent how it could be anybody. It literally could be anybody. It could be the woman next to you. You never know. It could be somebody you know. The greatest power a lot of us have, especially women, is the power of being underestimated. I've been underestimated my whole life. Even when I do stuff, people are always, oh, you did this? Oh, you really? You did that? Yeah, bitch, I did. And it's really annoying. I used to get really frustrated, but now I'm like, yeah, fine. The people who know, right? It's either you get it or you don't. And I'd rather be associated with the people who do and who want to encourage it and want to uplift it. There's this story that's actually been lingering on my mind all day. I think it's appropriate to share. In high school, in like health class, out of all the classes, and I literally took nothing from the education system but trauma. And there were just like 1 or 2 moments that really did something to me, lo and behold, in health class. And I think the teacher was some football coach. We didn't really do much. It was just health. The class that day, I remember this so specifically. Nobody was really paying attention, as no one really did. I was just to myself, which was a very normal, common thing. The teacher started telling a story. It was about a student. He starts off by, there used to be this student in my class. The student would always sit in the back, not really talk to anyone. Everybody would kind of make fun of them. They really kept to themselves. And every time I walked by, like, this was a little back in the day, right? The teacher would like put the hand on the shoulder. I was like passing through the rows. The teacher said that every time he did that, this student always like contracted themselves and just got really tight and tense. He started noticing that. He was like, that was really odd, and then kept he kept watch. Long behold, he eventually found out that the student was unfortunately being abused at home. Side note, it is complete bullshit for adults to think they can mistreat children in that way. It's not okay. It's not right. Like, why are you having children if you're gonna abuse them? No, go do something else with your life. Don't procreate. That's a whole nother topic. Anyways, and he was sharing the story with us. He was really listening, but I was like zoned in. I was like, what? And I related to it in a different way. Some other things in life, that nobody really understood. Like, it was just this weight I carried with me that nobody would ever understand or even know of. So the teacher proceeded to say, you never know what somebody is going through. That really was a shifting moment in my life. And I was like, this is so true. I personally related to it in a very deep way. But then that also gave me perspective of like, wow, you never know what anybody else is going through. If I'm carrying this weight, what are other people carrying? And everybody is carrying something, because unfortunately the world we live in, the reality we live in today, there's a lot of denseness and there's a lot of wrong. We can 100% change that. I believe a lot of that is in our hands, and it literally all comes down to everybody loving themselves. It's easier said than done. The point being, you never know what somebody's going through. So while we're all on this journey to better ourselves, to love ourselves, it's also extremely important to remember compassion and not taking out our shit onto others, not dumping our shit onto others, because you don't know what they're carrying and what they're holding. We have no idea. Even if we think we know somebody well, we never know what goes on behind closed doors. I think it was the same day, the health class, he said something about the world keeps spinning with or without you. So it's good to realize that, and we can get left behind, or we can pick ourselves back up and keep going, because the world will go on with or without us. We're not that important. So yes, when it comes to women, loving women, it is really important for us to realize that we're all probably carrying something or the other, and we can't assume somebody's life is better than somebody else's. No, we have no right to make that judgment. Nobody is greater or less than anybody else, ever, period. Nothing in this world can make somebody greater than or less than another individual. Now, if somebody goes out and makes poor choices, that individual just needs help and love. Is it right that they're doing? No, absolutely not. It's fucking wrong. They shouldn't be doing it. And people who do wrong should be penalized for that 100%. I love this little on button too. On. Let's turn on the love. Let's turn on our artistic side, our creativity. Let's turn on our love. I love you. I have started saying that to myself every single day, and it's really transformed my life. I mean, that plus everything else, right? It's so important for us to fall in love with ourselves. I think that's the foundation of an amazing life. I will say, while we should show compassion and kindness to others, it's also important to ensure that that's not taken for granted or advantage of. We can show kindness and compassion, but still have strong boundaries for those who need it. We'll all get there one day in a peaceful, harmonious state. But it's going to take some time. Gotta work out our kinks and rebuild ourselves. I feel like this is also a very powerful piece. Oh my god, I love the little day bed by the windows in the clouds. Can I get that somewhere? Is that available? Can I stay there? Wow. The colors in this piece are just, oh, something else with the water. Wow. Wow. I feel like I was amazed myself with my work. I'm like, wow, yeah, I did this. I'm proud. Here's to us loving ourselves. Here's to women, loving women, and coming into power and taking us where we need to go. Yes. Here's to you. Here's to me. Here's to our tomorrow together. Until we meet again. Bye.